Hello artists, builders and creators, and welcome to the next episode of this Hyrule Minecraft map. In this episode I'll be showing you the Spirit Temple. Another map that you've been waiting a while for, not as long as the Shadow Temple, but longer than I thought it was going to take. And I think I'll go straight into why. I mean, hopefully you enjoy the map. Everything's fine now. Everything's been repaired, recovered, what's happened, but I'll explain what happened. Before I started building the temple, I knew that the temple was going to be too tall. At the height I was going to start building the temple, I knew that it was going to be too tall for it to fit in the map. So I decided to split the temple into two sections. So there's going to be the ground floor section, which would be the entire ground floor of the temple, and then the rest of the floors above it. And the way I was going to connect them or the best way I thought to connect them were to use teleports, which hopefully you don't recognize. The teleports work now, and hopefully they managed to blend the two sections of the map seamlessly together. Hopefully you don't notice, but when I started connecting the two sections, the teleporters weren't working for some reason, and I couldn't understand why, because I'd used the teleporters before in other past sections of the map, and they were working just fine. And this time they just weren't working. They were just saying no, they don't want to know. So I looked on YouTube, see if I was doing anything wrong. I tried setting up the teleporters in different ways. I tried restarting the game, just turning it off and on again, see if that would work, and nothing. Couldn't figure out what was going on. And it had been like this for 2 or 3 days, couldn't understand what was going on. And so I tried uninstalling and reinstalling the game. And that was my first big mistake. So I reinstalled the game, and it wouldn't reload it wouldn't recognize the Minecraft or the Hyrule map file. At this point, I started to worry a little bit, but not too much. I'm sure, okay, I could fix this. This probably happens all the time. So I looked on YouTube again to see what all I could have been doing wrong. Looked up tutorials, tried reinstalling the game, trying to upload my file, and still it wasn't working. And this was the same for like 3 videos. I uninstalled and reinstalled AdventureCraft a few times, and it still wasn't working. And at this point I was thinking a bit more, well, pessimistically. It wasn't looking good. It looked like I wasn't going to be able to work on the map again. So I decided, well, I have thought about trying to see if it works in Minecraft. So I tried putting my file into vanilla Minecraft, the most recent updated version, and it didn't really work. Some of the blocks in AdventureCraft weren't recognized in Minecraft, so the general kind of structure of the buildings and the landscape was there, but the blocks were strange. Like there were some weird glitched blocks and animations that should have been there, but so yeah, Minecraft didn't recognize a lot of the blocks, so that didn't work. And now I know. So that's one thing I learned from this whole experience. So it looks like you will need AdventureCraft to download this to walk around this map. So yeah, after that didn't work, then I was starting to worry a lot more, and I was starting to think how I was going to break the news to all you guys, which is something I really didn't want to do. I really didn't. So one last attempt at YouTube, I looked through as many different videos as I could, see if there was something I was missing, something I was doing wrong, something I needed that I didn't have that these other tutorials didn't go over. And there's this one video that I found. I found this beacon of light that showed me some, because I'm using AdventureCraft based on the 1.73 beta version of Minecraft. There was a specific video showing me how to install AdventureCraft for that version of Minecraft, and I'll try and find that video again because I have a feeling people might need it to download this map. So I'll try and find it again and then put a link somewhere for a later date when the map is released. But so I found this video and I followed the tutorial, and I managed to recover the map, and I was so relieved I didn't have to tell you that the map was abandoned potentially. And I carried on. And well, another thing I learned from this is that I didn't have a way of properly giving you information on like updates, the map, and I've realized this before, but this kind of almost catastrophe I suppose opened my eyes to the fact that I'm not or there isn't a clear line of communication with you guys, or a good one. I mean, there's the YouTube comments, but there needs to be a better one. So along with this video, I will put a link to the RedAshMason Facebook page, where for now I will post, I think, probably weekly updates for now. But in the future, I would like to possibly use it for if I do some other projects in the future, get your opinions, what you'd like to see, opinions, your own ideas, if there's anything you'd like to see on this channel, see what's going on. So there's a lot of potential use for the Facebook page. But for now it's going to be mainly updates for this map, because I feel it's just a lot of you waiting on kind of unclear dates. Like, I give you a date when it's going to be released, and sometimes something happens in the meantime that causes it to be late. Usually that's what happens. I mean, that's happened a lot during this series. I think that clear line of communication needs to be there. So there's this, going to put up the new Facebook page, which I'll put a link in at the end of the video, and there'll be a link in the description below as well. So I've come away with this emotionally scarred a little bit, but also I learned a lot of things, and they say experience is the best teacher, and it certainly is. That is what happened, and hopefully you like the map as I've been walking around. You'll probably notice that it's not as, like, the color scheme is a bit it's kind of more, it's got a kind of, I don't know, it kind of seems like a kind of dry color scheme. Like in the game it's more like more of a sandy brown color, the general color scheme, but there wasn't really a good color that could match that, so I went for a kind of dry stone, kind of sandstone color scheme, and I hope you like it. But that was quite an event that will not be forgotten, and I learned many things. But that is Spirit Temple. Hopefully you like it. It was fun making it, even though I did have to build half of it twice, and I had to rebuild the statue for the Colossus again, so I didn't lose too much with the reboot, but so hopefully that won't happen again. And the next part will be, I think, the rest of Hyrule Field. The rest of it in Lon Lon Ranch, I think. and then that'll be done, and then it will just be Lake, Halea, and Water Temple. It's done. Thank you again for being patient. One thing I respect all you guys for is being so patient with this map, and hopefully it meets all your expectations. So with that, thank you very much for watching, artists, and I'll see you soon.